Okay, in this video, I'm going to talk about how to create a Photoshop action and then how to batch apply it. So the first thing we need to do is have our action palette open. So I'm going to go to Window, open up my action palette. And you can see there's already some in here, but I'm going to go ahead and hide those for now. And then I'm going to create a new folder just to put the new ones that I create in here. And I'll call those demo actions. So now, basically what an action is it's a way of recording steps in Photoshop. So if you have a task that you're going to have to repeat over and over again on multiple images, then an action is a great way to do it because you only have to do it once and then you can only apply it either to one image or to multiple images using batch. So I'm just going to do something very basic here, but I'm going to actually start recording the action. I have to hit the little record button here. Well, first I have to create a new action. I'm just going to call this color correct. And I'm going to hit record. So now the good news is that the red record button is on and Photoshop is going to record everything that I do. The bad news is that Photoshop is going to record everything that you do. So if you mess up, it's going to record that mess up as well. There are ways of editing an action, but it's kind of better just to kind of rehearse what you want to record first and then go ahead and do it, try and get it right the first try. So I'm just going to go over and do a simple adjustment. I'm going to do a curves adjustment. And let's pretend that these bottles were supposed to be green. So I'm going to go to my green channel and I'm just going to adjust so that they become green. Okay, well, so that's all I really wanted to do. I'm going to go ahead and stop my recording. And so you can see that it recorded, it created the color correct, it made the adjustment layer, and it set the current adjustment to the numbers that I used over here. So I'm going to revert this file real quick, file revert. And just to test my action, I'm going to click on color correct, and I'm going to hit the play button. There you have it. It works. It went through and created my action. Now, suppose I have a whole folder of these bottles that I need to turn green. For that, I'm going to go in and I can use what's called batch apply. So I can go File, Automate, Batch. And it's going to ask me what set of actions do you want to work from, the demo actions. What action do I want to use? My color correct one is already here. If it was a different one, I could choose that. Where are the images it wants the action applied to? So I'm going to go through and find the folder that I want to apply these actions to. And so here's my folder. And it's just a giant folder full of these different pictures of these bottles. So I'm going to go ahead and choose that. I have some overrides here, and override action open. I don't need that. I don't have an open action in my actual action, so that won't work. Include subfolders. I don't have any subfolders, but if I did, I could turn that on. I am going to suppress open options and color profile warnings just because I don't feel like dealing with those. And it's going to ask me over here, where do you want to put these files once they're done? So I'm going to say into a folder. I'm going to choose that folder. I'm actually going to create it out on my desktop, and I'll create a new folder. Action demo. And I'm going to hit create. And then I'm going to choose that folder. And I'm just going to use the original document name. And then when I say OK, all going well, it should go into the folder that I designated, open the image up, apply, my action. And I'm going to go ahead and hit escape to stop. So if you're in an action like this and it just keeps going, and for some reason you need to stop, you can hit escape and that will stop the batch action. I'm going to go ahead and say stop. And then if I go out and look on my desktop for that folder, action demo, you'll see that before I stopped it, it was going through and opening each of those bottle files and turning them green for me without me ever having to do a thing other than play that action or batch that action. Okay, so that's creating an action and then batch applying it.